Welcome to Daily Refinement. In today's video, we're going to go over the concept of what is better. Should you sell things fast, the fast nickel, for a smaller amount of profit, or wait longer for the slow dime, selling things that take a little bit longer, but getting, as we say in the group, all the money. So some of the money quickly, or all the money, wait all the time. So I appreciate you guys. Please smash the like button. Consider subscribing. We'll see you guys inside. Before we get into my advice of whether to sell things fast or slow or how long to wait, I want to drop this formula for you guys. So everything that you do reselling wise should come back to this formula, which is how much money do you want to make per item? How many items do you want to list per day? And then how many hours per day do you want to work on reselling? This will determine your hourly rate, and your hourly rate is what you use to determine whether or not it is worth waiting for a long time or not. So as an example, all this wholesale stuff that I've been doing recently, I'm aiming to make between $1 and $3 per item. That's pretty low. When I was running my eBay store, at one point I had 28,000 items, and my goal was to make between $7 and $30 profit per item. And depending on how difficult it was to replace each item, that's how long I was willing to wait. So I have some items in my store that I want $50,000 for. Those ones I'm willing to wait up to 10 years. They're a once in a lifetime kind of find. Other stuff that I can find all the time, anytime, that stuff I'm okay with making between $1 and $3. So I'm gonna get into the pros and cons of stuff that sells slowly and stuff that sells immediately, where you can find them and stuff like that in the rest of the video. So appreciate you guys for stopping by. Make sure to join my Patreon group at patreon.com/theresellerspodcast. We have 14 different category calls every single week on different categories that you can make profit in. And I personally do coaching Monday through Friday at 6 in the morning. And I've been doing it for 5 years. So I appreciate you guys. Let's get into the rest of the show. I'm gonna give you guys a few examples of when to wait and when to sell quickly. Here is an example of a Nike Dunk, very, very popular style, in a Michael Desmond laser etched colorway. There's only 200 produced of this. This is 166. They are numbered individually. So stuff like this is more rare. You can see even the paper that normally protects the shoes in this scenario is cashmere. So Nike really went all out to make these shoes more special, more cool, more rare. Now, even if I got these shoes for free, I wouldn't cheap sell them for $20 if they're worth, let's say, market value is $700. There's no reason to sell for that cheap just to get $20 in 5 minutes. You could maybe sell them for $500 and wait 1 to 3 months, depending on the market, depending on if dunks are really popular, or shoes and styles are seasonal, so you have to wait for the right timing, and that comes with being an expert in your niche. So something like this that's more rare, I would wait for more of the money. Now, and that's because Nike is popular, dunks are popular, rare is popular, limited edition, all these things stack on each other to make it something more desirable. Now, let me give you an alternate example. These are Ariat kids shoes. Kids shoes sell for less money, so they're not going to yield as much of a market value as adult, for one. Number two, Ariat is more known for being like a cowboy boot brand, and this is not a cowboy boot. So if it was an Ariat kids boot, that might be a little bit more popular. So on an item like this, I'm literally going to accept any offer that's profitable. And you have to be very careful when buying this stuff, because even though it's brand new, it's very difficult to sell because it's kids. The colorway is nice. This is a cute shoe, but it's not necessarily something that people are searching for. Searching for an Ariat sneaker for kids, that's a really, really narrow pool. So stuff like this, for me in my store, I'm only looking to make between 50 cents and $3 per unit, and I'm looking to sell volume. When you're looking for liquidation, you're gonna find stuff like this that didn't sell well in the store, and you wanna pay pennies on the dollar for that stuff because it doesn't move as quick. When you're selling stuff like a rare Dunk or Air Force One or Jordan, maybe you can pay $200, $300, $500 a pair because you can get that $700 to $1,000 premium. And again, that goes back to our original example of how many items do you want to list, how much profit do you want per item, and how long do you want to do eBay each week? And the reason why you need that number is because you need to know if you're looking for super rare stuff, you need time to go find it, right? And if you have a threshold of looking for things that are $1 to $5 profit, you don't need to go looking very far, because you can go to any thrift store and find items that are $1 to $5 profit. But if you want only $100 profit items, you're going to need to spend a lot more time sourcing. So remember, it always comes back to that equation, and I'm going to give a few more examples. All right, I'm gonna give you guys another example using t-shirts. This over here is a Rolling Stones Modern Prints, maybe like a Y2K 2005 shirt. Not that rare, common, nothing really that special about it. It's on a printed tag, so these were mass produced. Let's look at that and compare this to this 1982 Pink Floyd t-shirt, which is actually older than me. This shirt is dead stock. There's not another one like this literally in existence, and you could go to Hot Topic and buy this shirt probably today. So that's how different it is rarity wise. So this kind of shirt, it is pretty difficult to price, because you could say it's worth $500 to $750 to the right person. To a Pink Floyd fan, they might pay $2,000 for this if it's at the concert or some kind of venue where you have that kind of fan crazed customer looking for this type of piece, which is insanely rare. But this might be tailored to just a high school student looking for something to wear on a day-to-day basis. So you have to think about the customer that you're catering to, the rarity of the item, and is it a active audience that's really looking to pay up for it? Are you at a Pink Floyd concert, or are you at the mall? So looking to get top dollar really depends on you really understanding your customer. And even though this is expensive, it might sell quickly at a Pink Floyd show or concert. So you have to think about where you're selling it as well. The platform, if there's a lot of people looking for the same thing, like a Pink Floyd concert, versus at the mall, people are just browsing. The number one answer at the mall, when someone asks you at the door what you're doing, you just say, I'm just looking. So that person, they need like a $20, $25 shirt in order for them to make a purchase. And it has to be a graphic that they like. So I like Tech and Sports. He's my partner in the Facebook group. He uses a cooler than model to price items. You look at the Pink Floyd shirts. Is this the coolest one? Okay, yours is more valuable, price it higher. Is it less cool? Less cool means you price it lower. And that depends on you being an expert in whatever niche you are in to know what is cool and what is not cool. And I know that sounds like an archaic way of doing it, but honestly, it's the best pricing system I've ever used. Look up existing similar items, cooler than, more expensive, less cool, less expensive. Hopefully that helps. I have one more example for you guys. Another example of how to price items is just how easy it is for you to find those items. So for me, with my connections, right now I can source between 1,000 and 2,000 clothing items that sell for between $15 and $100. That's my current reach supply-wise. So it's going to depend on how often can you get the items, how big is your supplier base, and what price are you getting the items at. So remember, I'm going to beat this formula into everyone's brain. How many items do you want to list each week? How much profit do you want to make per item? And how many hours do you want to spend reselling? This is going to dictate how you approach finding suppliers, what kind of items you sell, what category you're in. So if you have only 15 hours a week, it's a different strategy than if you have 100 hours a week. So this is really important to keep in mind as you're building up your resale business. That formula is going to guide you. It's your North Star for where you want to go, because assuming each decision, you're going to have multiple decisions that reach you every single day, and you need something to judge whether something is better for you or worse for you. So the question of what is better for you, a fast nickel or a slow dime, is going to depend on your goals as a reseller, how much money you have, how much space you have. So for me personally, I know you guys have been waiting the whole video to figure out what I think is better. Because I live in California and there's lots of really, really good stuff here, I think I need to switch to fast nickel. I need to switch to selling things for $1 to $3 profit and move thousands and thousands and millions of items at $1 to $3 profit. I think that's the model for me. I've been doing this for a while. The slow dime may require more of an expertise and more skill in one particular area, and maybe more space, maybe a little bit more capital, because you're holding on to items for a little bit longer. So hopefully that was useful, guys. Please smash the like button, consider subscribing. Make progress daily.